Hi, Sandra here, the Misophonia therapist. And in today's video, I am going to answer the question, what do people with misophonia have in common? Or rather, what do many people with misophonia appear to have in common? So we are still quite a long way off from fully understanding how misophonia develops, because it is incredibly complex. But in my own humble observations as a therapist who works with many people with this debilitating condition, I have noticed some commonalities, some common themes with people who I have either helped or interviewed. Now, it's very rare indeed that I am contacted by somebody or I speak to somebody with just misophonia. And what I mean by this is that they have no other health conditions and that they are living happy, harmonious lives with no issues other than the misophonia. And I am not suggesting that these people do not exist. It's just that I have yet to meet one. So what commonalities, what common themes or conditions do many people with misophonia appear to have? So I am going to just run through the top 6 ones that I personally have noticed. Number 1, OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder, and sometimes generalized anxiety disorder too. Number 2, ADHD or ASD. Number 3, a history of trauma and or abuse, or at the very least, very difficult situations that they may have had to deal with in early life. Number 4, a recent and very sudden traumatic event such as bereavement or perhaps a difficult birth. Number 5, having highly sensitive person syndrome. And number 6, having personality traits such as inflexibility, intolerance, perfectionism, and hypersensitivity to being rejected. Now, I am not drawing any conclusions here or even attempting to establish any cause or effect relationships. But it's just interesting to see that misophonia can and often seems to present with these other conditions or precursors. And it may give us clues into what actually drives or underlies misophonia, and whether a so-called cure is likely to be less about how to minimize the impact of a trigger or reduce the trigger, and more about researching how our brains are influenced by negative external events, as well as the impact of personality types and the presence of other neurological conditions. So it's just a short one from me today. I hope that you have found this interesting. I would love to know what you think, and I will be back tomorrow with more content. Bye for now.